Hello, good morning. Welcome to your morning meditation. We begin in 5 minutes. So feel free to make yourselves comfortable if you're going to be joining. I always put my right leg on the bottom, just out of habit, because it's more comfortable for me. For some reason, my left leg is more flexible, so it's easier to put it on top. But it's getting to the point now where my right leg's like, bruh, I need some rest. So I'm swapping round. Nice. You don't have to be seated though. You can have a backrest. You can be on a chair. You can seated in that way. I guess that's still seated. You could be lying down. You could be in bed on a sofa. Wouldn't recommend in bed though, because you'll probably be more prone to falling asleep. Which is fine if you've got the time, because if you fall asleep, you probably should be asleep. I've made that same joke 5 times now. Bonus points for whoever can find out where. Just 3 more minutes now. Feel free to skip this intro, by the way, if you're watching this recorded. But just when doing it live, I think it helps to give people a bit of a buffer. Not that anybody ever watches live. So we'll be going for 20 minutes, just going through some relaxation for the body, building some restfulness to start off the day, getting us in the right gear before stresses and tensions pile on top. Oh, sorry. A bit indecent. Okay, just 1 more minute. Hope everybody had a good sleep. I feel like my sleep's always really stressful lately. Nice mood to start off with. Okay. So I'm just going to start by becoming more aware of the breath and starting to take a deep, steady breath in. And releasing. And with the release, just letting tension fall with it as well. Tension in the body. So as I breathed in there, I noticed that my breath was very much constricted at my shoulders. Probably because I'm hunched over a little bit. So I'm just moving them back and letting myself get as much air as I can. Much better. Just really removing that feeling of constriction, of tension. Okay. I'm just trying to bring into my attention what it feels like to be alive in this moment. And this feeling needs to be, or seems to be, reached by people in their own way, but for me it's kind of contemplating why I need to be self-aware at all. Why couldn't humans just be non-self-aware automata, computers almost? And yet each of us has this intrinsic feeling of I-ness, of I exist, I am doing this. I feel like I'm conscious of what I'm doing, and I feel that in some way that matters. So just trying to feel with the awareness this feeling, and at the same time just trying to become aware that the past is just amalgamations of the memory. Well, it is the memory. The future is amalgamations of the memory. So in our minds we like to think about these things a lot. Oh, I did this, I did that. But really they're just recordings of something that may or may not have happened. There's research to show that every time you remember a memory, it becomes less real, it becomes less accurate. So these things are helpful, but shouldn't be relied upon. The only thing that we know is actually real is what is here right now. This tripod in front of my face, this mic wobbling, glowing in the light. These things are actually tangibly, existentially real, at least as far as we can perceive. So just trying to focus on that feeling of presentness, of everything that is happening is actually happening in this now, in this moment. Even thoughts of the past and future happen within this moment. So trying to, or not trying, but oftentimes just having these conversations brings us into these feelings. So just bringing our awareness into these sensations, because they can be felt, or the change from where you were can be felt. Okay, enough rambling. Just allowing the eyes to close and just feeling the breath come in and leave within the belly. Feeling the expansion and the contraction. Feeling the spacefulness and the spacelessness. And the tension as it expands to capacity. And the release as that tension is released. And keeping this in our attention, and also bringing the place where the air is coming in as well. It's okay if we lose some of the sensation, just keeping it there slightly, while allowing the body to become more comfortable in its own way. Just sitting up a bit taller myself and just opening my palms facing upwards instead. I feel sometimes that helps my shoulders relax and my hands as well for some reason. Okay, now just focusing entirely on where the air is coming in. If any thoughts, any mental imagery arises, just returning to the breath. Any itches, just scratch them. It's not the advice I should be giving, but it's what I just did. Okay. Just moving to the breath now then. So for me, I'm moving to my nose. Just feeling the air come in and the air go out. Feeling a little itchy nose hair. I have one that decides to overgrow and becomes very itchy. Very annoying. TMI. So just feeling these sensations in the nose, feeling the air come in, feeling the coolness as it comes in. For me, there's a slight dilation of the nostrils as well. Just moving in closer and closer to that area with the attention, with the mental focus, perception. And just while I've been feeling these sensations, just tensions along the body keep popping up, so I'm just going to start going through those and releasing them, unraveling them, inviting them to come to rest. So starting with my forehead, just feeling the tension here. Inviting it to release, to return to rest. And same with the eyebrows and the eyes. Just sitting with these places in the same way as we were doing with the breath. Trying to give them the same level of attention. It seems the more attention you give, the more relaxation happens quicker. The benefits are endless. Just moving down to the jaw, allowing the body to yawn or readjust if it needs to. Just feeling the sensations there, and allowing them to release any tension. So I just sat with the jaw and there was some tension, and the more attention I brought into the tension just got tensed. And it feels like there's just an empty space here now, an emptiness, a restfulness. So moving down to the neck, Just bringing more and more attention towards the neck. As I do this, my body readjusts and moves in more towards the center of balance, and some tension is released. Okay, just moving down now. Any thoughts, any distractions arise, just returning back to where we were, unhurriedly, without causing any aversion to what we were distracted by. Just redirecting the attention rather than pulling and shoving on our way out. Okay, and moving down to the base of the neck and to the trapezoids, to the shoulders. Any thoughts arising, just inviting them to return to rest before returning back. Allowing the shoulders to rest. And then moving downwards. I do apologize about my yawning. Okay, and down the upper arms towards the elbows now. Just going slowly, there's no need to rush this. Just treating these 20 minutes as if we've got all the time in the world. Just going as slow as we need to, or maybe a bit more just because we can, to avoid building this feeling of taking things off a checklist. Now moving into the arms, the forearms I mean. Hello big boys, long time no see. Just feeling the sensations they're feeling, and bringing those into the attention. And opening the invitation to rest. And just releasing built up tension, this return to my shoulders and my brow. And then continuing down to the wrists. And the palms and the thumbs and the backs of the hands. Index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers. And full attention onto the pinkies. Just having fun with it. There doesn't need to be a process here. It's just an exploration and saying hi to old friends. just bringing the entire hand, both hands, into the attention. Just feeling the sensations here. Feels like I can almost feel the airflow in my palms. There's a coolness to the air as it brushes past. And a heaviness to my thumbs. Any thoughts arise, just saying hello and inviting them to rest as well. I've seen you, it's okay. Thank you. Goodbye. And returning back to the torso now. And again, allowing the body to readjust if it needs to. And just feeling the places of tension, places of sensation within the upper torso. And then moving down towards the lower torso. And repeating the same. Just try not to build this feeling of haste. It's okay, it doesn't matter where we end up. We don't have to tick off the whole body today. But the restfulness and the mental focus, those are the two goals. It's not about what we achieve with them, it's building them up so we can take them with us. The process of getting to them, and as well as the skill of holding on or releasing. And moving down to the pelvis, being a bit distracted by thoughts there, but that's alright. Just allowing the thoughts to come to rest, inviting them to, as if ripples on a lake, just inviting the lake to return to stillness. And then returning back to the pelvis and the tension there. Inviting it to rest, to relax in the lower abdomen, that whole region. And the same with the thighs. Hey, big boys. Just feeling the sensations there and inviting relaxation to come in. The same with the lower leg, the calves, the knees. Just relaxing any muscles in that area as well. And down to the feet, the heels, the soles, the toes. Okay, and just returning to the breath. And returning to the entrance of the breath and the belly and everything in between. Feeling the sensations of the breath in the body. We have overrun by 1 minute. I do apologize. Thank you for joining me this morning. If you have a bit more time, feel free to continue on with feeling the breath. I know I will. Thank you for joining me. Sorry you've lost a minute. See you again soon, hopefully. I'm here again at 8 p.m. today. Bye.